Welcome to the Navigating Dental Insurance Podcast, where we don't take from insurance companies. Here are your hosts, Mr. Jordan Comstock and Mr. Ben Tuine. This podcast is sponsored by BoomCloud Dental Membership Software, www.boomcloudapps.com, and Veritas Dental Resources, www.veritasdentalresources.com. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the Navigating Dental Insurance Podcast. I am your host today, Jordan Comstock, and sadly Ben is out of town again, so it is just me today, so you guys got to put up with my hosting skills. But today I have an awesome guest. His name is Michael Arias, and we're going to be talking about some cool things today. One of my favorite topics in marketing. He's going to be kind of going into some cool strategies that really no one ever really talks about in the dental industry. So, Michael, man, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm super excited to be on the podcast. Super excited and a little bit nervous, but excited.
No worries, dude. No worries. So, kind of tell us your story. How did you get into dentistry, and how did you get into doing what you do?
Man, so in 1928, no, I'm kidding, man. And so a long time ago, I was working for about like eight years ago almost. I was working for a dentist. A dentist just kind of picked me up out of nowhere, right? I used to be a nutritionist, and I had a client. And so my client, he was a consultant, and the consultant told me like, hey, I have a client, or I have a dental office that really needs new patients immediately. And he was just kind of venting to me. And I was like, hey, man, why don't you try this, right? Uh-huh. And so at the time, I helped start their businesses, right?
Yeah.
By marketing in the form of what I now call ground marketing. And it's basically a more sophisticated way of guerrilla marketing. So I kind of was telling
and could you explain real quick, what is guerrilla marketing for those that don't know? So
guerrilla marketing is like a low cost-effective way and a high-energy way to market and advertise your business. It's the strategy to it, right? Guerrilla marketing. But ground marketing is more, I would like to think it's more sophisticated. So guerrilla marketing could be anything like, okay, we're going to hand out a bunch of flyers, or it's a creative way, right? It really helps you to tap into your creativity side to figure out how to market to your target patients, right? Or your target customer. Yeah. But ground marketing is the same thing, but I feel like we need to do more strategy to it, create more tactic to it. So instead of you just dropping off a gift basket at a location and you hope they call, there has to be a different type of tactic. It has to be like, hey, okay, you know what? What if I just go in there? Like, let's just say, Jordan, you have your own cosmetic surgeon location, right? Okay. And I'm like, and I really want to market to you and your customers. I want referrals from you. So I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to say, hey, Jordan, or I don't even know you, right? So I'm just going to go in there with a coffee in my hand, and I'm going to say, hey, how's it going, guys? Could I have some of your information? You're going to ask me, or the receptionist is going to ask me, yeah, do you have an appointment with us? What is this for? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you, like, oh, no, I'm the dental office, like, right down the street, and I just wanted to have your information on hand for our patients whenever they inquire and ask about your services. Is that okay? And then you're going to be like, yeah, definitely, of course. Here, let me give you some information. And then, we create small talk. I'll probably ask you like, oh, is it normally busy around this time? How are you guys doing? Whatever, right? Uh-huh. Just to build more rapport. And then you're like, yeah, and then you gather some information and you give it to me, right? You give me maybe business cards, pamphlets, whatever. And then I'm going to tell you like, oh, okay, cool. Thank you so much. Really quick, by any chance, is it okay if I also give you guys some of our information just so you get a better idea of who we are? And then you're going to be like, yeah, definitely, of course. Yeah. You're obviously going to say like, yes, because you feel like in depth, like this is the least we can do is, yeah, definitely. Give me some of your information, Michael. So I'm going to say, okay, awesome. I'm just going to go to my car really quick and get it and come back. So I go to the car, right, get it. And then at the same time, I bring a sign-up sheet with me. Now the sign-up sheet, on the sign-up sheet, it can say, free whitening, free whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And then, have it numbered from 1 to 20 or 1 to 10, whatever. Have the name, number, and the best time to reach them on there. And then you come back inside the cosmetic surgeon, right? Location. And I'm like, yeah, here's our information. And also, I wanted to see if it was okay with you guys, just so you guys can meet the doctor and us a little bit more. We really wanted to see if we can give you guys some free whitening, just for you and the employees, if that's okay. And then they're going to be like, yeah, definitely. Give me the sign-up sheet. That's awesome. And then you're going to say, awesome. When can I come back to pick it up? I'll come back next week. And boom, right then and there, you have a sign-up sheet working for you to getting you new leads to go to your office. And at the same time, you left them with your information so they can give out to your employees, right?
Yeah.
All that was said and done without you spending anything. You didn't have to spend money on a gift basket. You didn't have to do anything. And they feel more inclined to work with, because they're like, dang, man, thanks so much, Michael, for coming in and, asking about our information. I feel awesome. It feels great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then you come back next week, you pick up the sign-up sheet, and then maybe ask for a little bit more information if you want, just to make it seem like you're giving it out. Which you could put it. You could put the information in the hygiene kits or whatever, right? Whatever you want to do with it.
Yeah.
But basically, you see how there was like a strategy to that, right?
Totally. Yeah.
There was a whole tactic and everything. It's not like, hey, I'm just gonna give you
a cake and
we'll
go from here.
Yeah, hope you give me a call, man. You know what I mean? No, there's a whole strategy to it. So basically, like, anybody listening who just heard that, do that to as many businesses as you can. Go in there with that intention, like, hey, it's super casual, have a coffee cup in hand, like you were just walking by and saying, hey, you know what, let me just go inside this business and ask really quick, because I'm curious, right?
Totally.
There shouldn't be any like, okay, I'm gonna get my clipboard and sign. You didn't even have anything in your hand. You went to the car to go get it. So basically, that's what ground marketing is. It's also you setting up a booth at gyms. It's you setting up a lunch and learn at businesses like Costco for the employees. It's you going into senior homes and doing presentations, or hotels, to talking to the employees, or daycares. That's what ground marketing is, where you're in person, attracting these new patients in real time.
All right. And when you were at a dental office, is that what you helped them with specifically?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I was telling my story.
You're totally good, dude.
Yeah. So basically, while I was a nutritionist and the consultant was telling me his issue, I was like, okay, let me go see what I can do. So I went to the practice. I tried doing ground marketing, right? Mm-hmm. But I tried tailoring it to this instead of nutrition, dentistry, and it took me 12 hours, man, in one day just to get one patient. Surprisingly, wow. That patient is still that person is still a patient at that practice today. Uh-huh. But in my mind, I was like, man, there has to be an easier way to do this. Like, there has to be different tactics. It can't take me 12 hours every time. So yeah, I started dedicating more time to it, figuring out ways I can, and scripts I can, maneuver my way around inside these businesses and get these people to sign up immediately.
Yeah. And
so, yeah, basically I started doing it full time. Then other dentists in the community wanted to know what I was doing and wanted to hire me, but I was only spread so thin. It was just me. So then that's when I created a blog about my tactics, and I just started writing it. And then I got tired of typing, and then I just started, that's when I created the podcast, the Dental Marketer Podcast.
Yeah.
Then from that point on, if you hear like the first 10 episodes, it's just me talking about the tactics. But now I'm on like episode, 112. I don't know what episode I'm at. But now the podcast honestly has helped me out a ton to reach the message of ground marketing, because I'm interviewing a lot of dentists on there who use it, or they use different types of tactics of marketing as well. Mm-hmm. And so that's how I got into dentistry and how I got into ground marketing. And now I just help dentists all over the country right now, and a couple in Canada to do ground marketing. Yeah.
Where are you located?
In California, Southern California. I would say like nice, sunny, but no, man, it's so hot. Jeez. I feel like it's been like in the hundreds.
Seems like everywhere is hot right now.
I know. Like it's been summer or something.
Yeah. Totally. No, I love this concept of ground marketing. It's something I do here at BoomCloud with our team. Could you call it like strategic partnerships? Is that like another name for it, or is it similar to that?
Yeah, I would say strategic partnerships is more like where you build a partnership with a business, and then you guys kind of bounce back ideas and try and get new employees from them, and they try and get something from you too as well. So you can call it that, but there's a lot of things that, for example, like the gym, right? I really wouldn't say that's a strategic partnership. You're just setting up there. They're allowing you to set up there, and you're just bringing in the new patients whether it's the customers, the members at the gym, or it's the employees.
Okay, yeah.
You're not really going in there, or they're not really going into your business and marketing to your employees saying like, hey, come to our gym, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to go to the gym or you're not. So there's a one-time thing. So, I mean, yeah, you can call it some businesses in your area, you can call it strategic partnerships. Yeah. Some of it is just
it's
straight
just
up
sharing their audience.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You got the target market there. Let's just use the gym example because I like that one. You know, the local gym, you got, you know, potential patients going to that gym, and you're just sharing the audience basically, which is kind of cool. So why, in your opinion, why is it important to do like ground marketing and focus on creating relationships with these existing businesses with an audience? So,
like, my opinion is because it's face to face, it's people. So for example, like, let's put it this way: you were at Voices of Dentistry last year, and it was a really amazing event. It turned out fantastic.
Yes,
right?
It did. Yeah.
And so people were there to see the podcasters, also a lot of them, and to be on the podcast. So it's like this, like, that's how I see it. Like, okay, or let's put it in this context. You hear your favorite music, right? You hear your favorite band all the time, and then your band's gonna announce like, hey man, I'm gonna be on a webinar soon, everybody come join me, right? Or maybe not even a webinar, I'm just gonna be playing a couple songs on Facebook Live, everybody come watch me, right? Instagram Live, whatever. And you're like, awesome, that's so cool, right? But what if they're like, hey guys, I'm gonna go to your town to visit and I'm gonna throw a concert? Heck yeah, I'm gonna go to that. Would you go to that concert if you're like, nah, I'd rather watch you on, what would you rather? Would you be like, I'd rather watch you on the Facebook Live or to the concert, right?
I would rather go to the concert. Facebook Live, you can't fill it.
Yeah, right? Exactly. So, I mean, we're never going to get rid of that feeling of the person-to-person reaction, right? Like, you can see online that, man, this dentist is cool. Man, this dentist is I like their feelings, or I like how the feels that they give me, the vibes, right? Whatever. Different. You can ask them more questions. You're like, this is who you are. I like you. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is your personality. Not even just a dentist. It can just be like a regular employee from your practice. But if they get to know you, so many times this has happened, man, where an employee is like, oh, you know what? I need to go to the dentist, or my kid needs to go to the dentist, or my tooth hurts, right? Whatever. Or I just got insurance. I just got a new job. They go online, they go on Yelp or whatever, or just Google. They look for dentists near me. They see dentists, they start clicking on a couple, maybe they'll even go to their Facebooks here and there, and then boom, their break is over, they're done, right? Yeah. So then they go back to work and everything. Then later on they're like, oh, I need to go to the grocery store or the gym or wherever, right?
Yeah.
They go, and then they see you, the booth, right? They see like, oh, I was just looking at you guys. You know what, since you're here, might as well just sign up.
Yeah.
That's happened so many times.
And are you, when you do those like little sponsorships or whatever at the gym, you're making sure you, like you said, you're collecting the potential patient's name, getting their contact information. Yeah. Are you trying to schedule them for an appointment when you're there?
So there's two things you can do, and this is where you fill them out, right? So you can either just get their information right then and there, like, hey, you know what everybody's doing this month is they're giving us their name and number so they can participate in the free whitening or whatever, right? Whatever you want to give out. And then they're like, yeah, sure, sounds good. So they get your name and number, and then you can give them a call later on to schedule them. Or if they're like, oh, you know what, I need a dentist right now, this and that. If you do have, like, for example, if you have Local Med, right, you can easily just book them on the phone. Like, literally, just get your iPad or your phone and be like, oh, we have Tuesday available. Is that cool? And you're like, yeah, that's cool. Boom. And then they schedule Tuesday. So you can either schedule them on the spot, depending if they're like, you know what, I have an issue right now. What can I do? You don't even have to answer about the issue. You can just say, ooh, that looks so serious. You know what, let's get you in as soon as possible. How does tomorrow look like? I'm really concerned about that. It could just be like a poppy seed in the tooth, but you know, yeah. In your mind, you're really like, oh, you're creating that sense of urgency, and to them, it shows that you care. So you're like, oh my gosh, you know what, forget about that. Just come on in. It's on me. Don't even worry about it. Let's just get you in as soon as possible to get that checked out. How does tomorrow sound? And then you're like, yeah, you know what, tomorrow sounds good. And then you schedule them, right? Yeah. So basically, when you're at these events or anything like that, the two main things I want you to do is, obviously, you want to schedule them as soon as possible. But if they're like, oh, I got to check my schedule, or you don't know how the schedule looks like, then what you need to do is just get their name and number, as much contact information as possible, and then move on, right? Yeah. You can always screen them when you call them. That's the most important thing. Don't spend your time there like, oh, so do you have a dentist? Are you currently happy with your dentist? You know, you don't want to do that.
Are you giving the potential patient something of value for free?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is how it goes. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but this is how it goes. So
I would recommend that. I mean, whenever I go to like events, and we always give things for free of value, right, to people. Yeah. Not like a mouse pad or something like that. Right?
You'd be like, let's just say you're the new potential, or let's just say we're at, I don't know, a location and you're walking by the booth, right? Maybe let's just say we're at your job and there's like a health fair event and you're walking by the booth. Okay. And so I'm going to say like, hey, how's it going? And you're like, hey, it's good, right? And then I'm going to say, grab whatever you want. It's free. And so literally what's on the table is just maybe toothbrush, toothpaste, floss, pamphlet, business card, right? And then baggies on the side. I'm just going to tell you, grab a little baggie, put one of each, and grab whatever you want. And you're like, cool. And then you're going to like kind of grab your baggie, shop around, look at, what is this? It's a toothbrush, Jordan. You know, you're going to put it in your baggie. And then I'm going to say, you know, this month we decided to partner up with your company name and then us to give all the employees here free whitening. And what everybody's doing is they're giving me their name and number, and I personally will give you a call to see when you can come on in. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, you know, that sounds kind of cool, yeah. Or you can say no. It's up to you, right?
Yeah.
If you say no, I'm going to be like, oh, okay, no worries, why? Right? Like, don't be afraid to ask why.
Of course, yeah.
Grabbing your free stuff, you know what I mean? So they might say, like, oh, I have a great dentist, and then it's fine. Just go, okay, cool, no worries. We'll take some more information in case you know anybody else who may, you know, need a free whitening or anything like that. Do you have anybody in mind? And then, you know, they'll let you know. But if they do say yes, like, yeah, that sounds awesome, let me sign up. They give you the name, number, right, and all that stuff. Then you're like, okay, cool. And then that's it, right? The next day you call them, and then you're like, hey, congrats on the free whitening. But before I book you for an appointment, I wanted to see, do you have any questions or concerns that I can answer for you about your procedure? And then they're going to say no, or they're going to say yeah. Whatever they say, just answer accordingly. If they do have questions, answer those questions. Yeah. But if they don't have any questions, you're like, no. Then you just say, okay, when was the last time you went to the dentist? Then you're going to say, now this is where you screen them. This is the most important part. If they say, oh, I have a great dentist, I just want the free whitening, or oh, I just went last month, then you can say, okay, well, right now we're pretty booked this month, but in case we do have a last minute cancellation, is it okay if I call you to see if you're available to come on in? You're going to say, yeah, it sounds fine, and boom, that's it. You didn't waste your time giving a free whitening to someone who loves their dentist, or giving a free whitening to someone who just went to the dentist, right? Yeah. You can call them, you can put them on the on-call list later on. So now if they say like, oh, I haven't been to the dentist in a long time, or, you know, I actually wanted to know about Invisalign, or I actually wanted a second opinion on this, those are the ones you want to schedule immediately. So you can say, okay, well, you know what, I have availability tomorrow. Let's get you in as soon as possible. And then, you get them in as soon as possible. So I know sometimes we feel like, oh man, I'm giving away, you know, freebies on the table, and then I'm giving away a free whitening. It can be bleach trays, right? Yeah. But you're really not giving away the free whitening. That's just a way to get leads and then screening them, right? You're screening them on the phone. So when you screen them through the phone, if they do tell you like, yeah, I do need a dentist, I haven't been to the dentist in like 5 years, I don't know how long, I'm new to the town, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Get them in, man. Get them in as soon as possible. So that way you're not really wasting any of your time, any of their time, and you're not wasting any money with the people who are like, oh, I have a dentist already, I just want the free whitening, right? That way you can just kind of put them on call list and call them maybe a year from now and see how they're still doing.
Very cool. No, I think this is such a cool strategy that at least here in Utah, I don't see too many dentists doing. Like I go to the local gym, right? I don't see any. I see other people doing that, right, at the gym, but I think that's a fantastic strategy because, you know, that you're borrowing or you're tapping into an audience of the local market that's going, there's traffic there each day, right? And the cool thing is, like, I'm just thinking out loud here, when I go to the gym, you can go, like, you can Google the gym, the local gym you're going to, and it shows you like the hours the most traffic is coming. So I'm sure you can kind of schedule like time around that to make sure that you get your, you know, the best bang for your buck, if you will, you know. So I think it's such a cool strategy that I think more and more dentists should do, especially a dentist that is, you know, is trying to reduce dependence on dental insurance. you guys got to have a good, strong marketing strategy out there. You can't just go and deliver donuts to, like you said earlier, deliver donuts and say, oh, they'll call us because we're giving them donuts, right? It just doesn't. Yeah. It's just there's an empty. It's there's not a call to action. It's just empty, right?
Yeah, right. It's empty, and that's the thing. Like with ground marketing, it's super. Like everything I've been telling you, and everybody listening right now, everything I've been telling you guys, like notice how none of it's like, oh, you got to put like 1,000 down,
no, it's
and then
genius.
Test ads or anything like that. It's literally just, man, you just got to go out there and do it. You're really not spending any money. You're just getting these new. All you need to print out a sign-up sheet. That's it. Or if you have local, you can do that. But
I love how affordable it is because I'm a bootstrap entrepreneur, right? I've bootstrapped my company, and we've done a lot of affordable or very, very, very cheap marketing, and cheap doesn't mean crappy, right? In most cases.
Yeah.
Just really affordable, smart marketing is what I call it. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars to try and generate leads for the practice or really any business. I think this strategy, I mean, yeah, it's a really simple thing. I'm sure there's a lot of art to it. And then you obviously are spending some time, but a little bit of time, helping your practice generate leads that's one of the best things a business owner or even just an employee of a practice can be spending their time on, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I really think every dentist kind of should go out in the community to just see how their community is, because you'd be surprised. And it doesn't even have to be, like, let's just say you're the dentist, you're like, Michael, I'm too busy. Okay, have your employee go out there, because you'd be so surprised how many people are looking for you just as much as you're looking for them. Like, it's insane to just for example, if you have a busy shopping strip, like, I challenge you just to go out there in the busy shopping strip right outside of your business or your building and just set up a small booth, be there for 4 hours or 3 hours. You're still going to get people signing up. Yeah. And they're going to be like, oh, I didn't know there was a dentist here. Even though you've been there for 15 years, they'll still be like, I didn't know there was one here.
Totally. Yeah.
And you and me, right? Dentistry is always on our mind.
Yeah.
And imagine a dentist. Dentistry is especially always on their mind.
Totally.
So, but the general population, it's not. It's not. Like, they're right now, they're just like, oh, okay, maybe unless their tooth hurts or whatever, right? But people are moving constantly. People are looking for second opinions constantly. People don't even have a dentist and they need a dentist constantly. People are having new kids. I mean, it's just, people are looking for you. They're looking for a really, really good dentist to have. So you'd be surprised. That's why I really encourage it for anybody just to go out there and just set up a booth outside of your business, and especially if it's a busy shopping strip. And you see, man, you'd be surprised how many people just kind of sign up on the spot.
Yeah, or like I'm thinking like lunchtime. There's all these like food courts and stuff, and just food places. Just go over there. I think it'd be cool. So what are some of the most successful like locations or businesses that you've seen work for dentistry? You mentioned the gym a lot. I'm assuming that's one of them.
Yeah, the gym is, a lot of our students or the ground marketers, they
start there.
They either start there or they just, I mean, like, the gym loves them and they love the gym. They get like 20 plus new patients there a month just from that location alone sometimes. So
wow.
Just like, let's just stick here. I mean, why get rid of it, right? Or like, why not keep sticking to this? So it just depends. But a lot of it depends on the location you're in. Like, for example, let's just say you're fee for service, right?
Uh-huh.
A lot of times we don't know that in a hotel, like for example, Holiday Inn, Marriott, whatever, they don't really provide housekeeping with insurance. So when you go in there, you say like, hey, you know what? We want to give your employees some freebies, if that's okay. Just so they can have for them and their families. You're like, yeah, cool. Then you want to tell them, can we, set up a little small booth during your team meeting? That way they can pick up as many freebies as they want for them and their families. You're going to say, yeah, awesome, yeah. And then you talk to them more, then they're going to say, yeah, our housekeeping doesn't have insurance, so they're going to love you. And all you really have to do is offer something different on that. You can offer free whitening, but I would offer more like a free exam, right, or free x-rays. And then the people who don't have insurance are going to be like, oh, yeah, awesome. They're going to sign up right then and there. Or you can offer like the membership plan, right?
Yeah, totally.
They're building more rapport. That's with just hotels alone. Like, we don't really see that, hey, housekeeping, they don't. Sometimes it's even more than housekeeping. Sometimes it's a lot of employees who don't have insurance. So
a lot of them are contractors. I know, like the maintenance people. Some of them are contractors, so they don't provide them with those type of benefits. So yeah, offering like the membership program to those types of, the hotels that with those demographics, I think that could work really well. So you got gyms, you got hotels, I've seen it in restaurants as well. There's actually a local restaurant that does a lot with the dentist here locally here.
Yeah, you can do restaurants. You can do like senior homes even, for example.
Yeah, like Dr. Phelps.
Yeah, like Dr. Phelps. Like literally, you just go in there, speak to the activities coordinator, and then the activities coordinator is the person who's in charge of the activities for the senior. So they're like ecstatic that you came in and decided to be a part of it. And then you set up a presentation and you literally offer it. And the cool thing here is like when you offer these membership plans to them, like insurance plans, it makes the activities coordinator, it makes the manager at the hotel, it makes the manager at any location almost like, hey guys, I thought of you, so I brought in this dentist who can offer this plan for you guys.
Makes them look like the good guy.
Yeah, it makes them. That's why they love it too, because they're like,
hero.
bring that in. That way I can, offer it to my employees and stuff. And you're totally okay with it. You're gonna be like, yeah, I guess you can look like the hero, whatever. I don't care, right? As long as they like sign up or whatever. So yeah, I mean, they love it. The people love it. I mean, nobody really comes out ever losing. And at the same time, you really didn't spend anything. I mean, you're not out there like
just a little bit of time.
Yeah, just time. And it's not even if you're the dentist and you're like, I don't have the time, then you have one of your employees go out there and do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah,
I'd at least encourage the dentist to do it a couple times and then figure out like what's working and then educate and train their team on how it works, right? But yeah. I love this concept. So tell me more about like your business and how you structure it, how you help practices.
So basically the way our business works is there's a couple ways.
So is it like courses, consulting?
So as we're speaking right now, like the first course ever has been made on ground marketing.
Nice, brother.
Yeah, it's gonna come out at the end of this week.
Share it with me, and I'll share it with our audience here.
Yeah, definitely. So, like the first course, it's basically it's ground marketing from A to Z. It teaches you exactly what ground marketing is, and then how to start, how to fully accomplish tactics like how to get in gyms, how to get into apartments, senior homes, how to get into banks, coffee shops, all these things. With scripts, everything, even live phone calls, like of me actually calling the businesses so you guys can see how an actual live call goes. If I want to get into businesses, that's what the course all has, right? And that's going to be out by the end of...
I kind of want to take the course.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can apply a lot of this stuff to my own business, right? Just different.
Really awesome.
Yeah. So, okay, so you got a course. Do you do like one-on-one consulting or maybe?
Yeah, so basically this is what we have. So the course will be out by this week. And then after that, we also do provide something called the Ground Marketing Basic, where let's just say you are the dentist, right? And you tell me, Michael, I already have someone who's bubbly, outgoing, they're a go-getter. They treat my business like their business. They're willing to do this. And we have a couple of spots already we can set up at, but we want to find more. We want to find all the spots we can set up at and all the businesses we can go into, in our community. So what we do is we find you locations, and all you got to do is just show up. So let's just say you're the dentist, and then you're like, Michael, I want to sign up for the Ground Marketing Basic. And I'm like, okay, sounds cool. Let's sign up for the Ground Marketing Basic. Okay, then in a week I'll tell you, okay, this upcoming Monday at LA Fitness Gym, you have Member Appreciation Day from 4 to 8 p.m. You're going to need to talk to Jordan. He's super excited for you to be there. And just go in there and say, hey, Jordan, I'm here. Where do you want me to set up? That's it. And then on Wednesday, you have a Costco Lunch and Learn. You're from 11 to 1 p.m., right? You're going to talk to Billy. Billy's the manager there. He's excited for you to be there. That's what we do, right? We provide you with locations. Quite a bit of locations.
Very cool.
You'd be like surprised at how many events and presentations and lunch and learns and all these things you're available to go to and continue to go to. So that's the service we provide. Where we find you everything, all you got to do is just show up.
And dude, then that's awesome.
Yeah, the last one is the coaching, the one-on-one, where that's actually where our students come out of. So it's a ground marketing coaching program. That's a 6-month program workshop. And it's basically what's in the course, but I'm holding your hand throughout the whole process, and we're coming up with more specific strategies. Maybe you're like, Michael, Google headquarters is right across from me. How do we get in, right? And then
Totally.
so we create our strategy to get in there, and then we continue to get in there, right? So basically, that's what it would be. A lot of people who, for example, they'll work one-on-one with us, and that's pretty limited too, because it's just me, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm just the one teaching it. It's not like I have other coaches teaching it. So that one's limited. But for example, let's just say you're the ground marketer, or like you're the dentist, and you're like, okay, I want to hire somebody, pay them minimum wage, and I want them to be the full-time ground marketer, right? Because that happens a lot.
Really?
I'm like, okay, yeah, that happened. That our most successful practices do that pretty much. They hire someone who's just like
smart.
Yeah, because literally, if you think about it, a ground marketer's only job is to bring in new patients. So if you see that they're not bringing in new patients, we know they're not doing their job, right?
Yeah,
but
easy.
If they're bringing in new patients, then we know they're doing their job. So basically, that's what I do is I coach them, that person, throughout the process. I teach them what to say, what to do, what tactics to accomplish, all these things. It's a lot more one-on-one, like way more one-on-one with me whenever they have a ground marketer specifically, if they want to do the coaching process. And yeah, basically that's it right now. That's all we...
Dude, I love it. I think this is such a cool idea of marketing. And I come from a marketing background, right? That's what I studied, and I'm always looking for new ideas and things like what you're talking about here. I absolutely love this for a dental practice. And so, if any of our listeners are interested in just learning more, first of all, what's your podcast? Where can they find your podcast? Because I think your podcast is awesome.
Yeah, the podcast is The Dental Marketer. You can just find us on there.
Okay.
On iTunes or wherever, really. We're on Spotify now too. Well, I think everybody's on Spotify, but I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know.
Nice, dude.
I made it, Mom. No,
Yeah, I made it, Mom. Very cool. And if any of our listeners are wanting to learn more about your consulting, your course that's coming out, where do they find all that information?
You can go on to thedentalmarketer.org, and you just go under services if you want. I don't know when this is going to air, but by the end of this week, the course should be out. But yeah,
cool.
That's it.
Yeah, just give me the link when it airs, and then I'll put it in the course description and everything, because I think that's in fact I want to take your course just because I think it's just cool. And then you and I we got to do some webinars together, man. Educate the industry about this. I love this concept. So. Do you have an email address or phone number that you'd like to share, or just the website?
Yeah, I mean, the email address would be, or you can, if you want, guys, you can always I respond immediately almost to my Instagram fam.
Nice. So I gotta follow you on Instagram if I want you to reply. All right.
Dude, you're not following me on Instagram?
I don't know. I don't follow too many people on Instagram.
Yeah, you gotta
follow you. I'll follow you.
But the Instagram is The Dental Marketer, same thing. But my email address is Michael, Michael, at thedentalmarketer.site.site. And yeah, guys, we can just chat or whatever. I mean, it's not like I love to talk to dentists who always kind of, especially we have a pretty big influence with startups.
Yeah.
So they kind of want to know
how can I imagine, with it being so cost efficient.
Yeah, they always want to know how can I market this more, or how can I go out to this business and this event. So I mean, guys, when it comes to ground marketing, nothing is off limits. Even if a business tells you no, you cannot do anything, in the course we still teach you ways how to get around that.
Love it.
So there's oh man, I'm just excited. If you're trying it, I'm just excited to see you guys join the Facebook group too. It's under Ground Marketing. And then everybody's just sharing all the ways they're doing it on there too.
Really?
As well. Yeah.
I'm joining your Facebook group now just because I think Ground Marketing.
Yeah, Ground Marketing. I just started it I think a couple days ago.
Really?
Yeah, because people just wanted it. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna join it. I encourage all of our listeners to join it and reach out to Michael. This has been an awesome show, man. I've loved it. So, Michael, any last closing thoughts you may have for our listeners?
It's just thank you guys for tuning in. At that moment right now, I was like, think of a smart quote, Michael. But I couldn't think of anything. I was just
you're oh crap, Phil.
A smart quote. Be you, guys. Be you. No, I'm just kidding.
Take luck.
Take a look. What is Ricky Bobby's quote? I forgot. He's like, I forgot what he says, but yeah, guys. Thank you so much for listening to me and Jordan.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. And yeah, thanks for listening to this episode. And reach out to Michael. Encourage this type of marketing in every practice, especially those that are trying to grow their membership programs and reduce dependence on PPOs. Having a good marketing strategy is one of the key things you can do to get out of these PPOs. So I hope everyone has an awesome day and rock and roll.